Have you ever laid awake at night, exhausted, but your mind just won't settle? Or maybe you wake up feeling more drained than when you went to bed. You're not alone. Millions of people struggle to get restful, healing sleep, night after night, but it doesn't have to stay that way. In this video, we'll explore 5 gentle, science-backed sleep habits you can start tonight. No supplements, no sleep apps, just simple shifts to reconnect your body and mind with rest. If you're ready for deeper sleep and brighter mornings, let's begin. Our first sleep hack is perhaps the most foundational, yet often the most overlooked in our modern, hyper-connected world. It's all about creating natural wind-down cues. Think of it as a gentle transition, a bridge between the busyness of your day and the restorative peace of the night. So often we expect our bodies to switch from on to off in an instant. But our biology doesn't work that way. We need to consciously signal that the day is ending and it's safe to rest. This process begins with managing light. Our bodies operate on a 24-hour internal clock called the circadian rhythm, and light is its primary regulator. Throughout the day, bright, natural light tells our brain to be alert and active. But as evening approaches, the absence of this bright light is the crucial signal for our pineal gland to begin producing melatonin, the hormone that makes us feel sleepy and prepares the body for deep rest. The problem is, our modern environments are filled with artificial light, especially the blue light emitted from our phones, tablets, and computer screens. This specific wavelength is particularly effective at tricking our brains into thinking it's still daytime, actively suppressing melatonin production and delaying the onset of sleep. This is why simply turning off overhead lights isn't always enough if you're still staring at a screen. The first step in your wind-down ritual should be to mimic the sunset indoors. About 1 to 2 hours before bed, dim the lights in your home. Switch from harsh, cool-toned overhead lighting to softer, warmer sources like table lamps with amber or red-hued bulbs. This simple change reduces your exposure to disruptive blue light and sends a powerful primal signal to your brain that it's time to start preparing for rest. Beyond light, we can build a multisensory ritual that calms both the body and mind. This is where consistency becomes your greatest ally. By repeating the same sequence of calming activities each night, you create a powerful psychological association. Your brain learns to recognize these cues and automatically begins the process of shutting down. Consider making your bedroom a completely screen-free zone. A warm, caffeine-free beverage can be a wonderful part of this routine. Herbal teas containing ingredients like chamomile, lavender, or valerian root are particularly effective. Chamomile, for instance, contains an antioxidant called apigenin, which binds to receptors in the brain that help decrease anxiety and initiate sleep. The warmth of the mug in your hands and the gentle aroma create a deeply comforting multisensory experience. Another powerful tool is journaling. If your mind races with worries or to-do lists at night, try a brain dump. Spend 10 minutes writing down everything that's on your mind, getting it out of your head and onto the page. Alternatively, a gratitude journal, where you list 3 positive things from your day, can shift your focus from stress to contentment, easing you into a more peaceful state. Your ritual could also include 5 minutes of gentle stretching to release physical tension, listening to calming instrumental music, or reading a few chapters of a physical book. The key is to choose activities that you find genuinely relaxing and to disconnect from the stimulation of work, social media, and the day's demands. These aren't just pleasant activities. They are deliberate acts of self-care. By creating a consistent and comforting wind-down routine, you are honoring your body's natural rhythms. You're telling your entire system, mind, body, and spirit, that it is safe to let go, to power down, and to embrace the deep restorative sleep that awaits. Did you know that one of the simplest ways to improve your sleep starts with your morning? Just 10 minutes of natural light exposure within the first hour of waking up can help reset your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock that tells you when to feel awake and when to wind down. This light cue sends a powerful signal to your brain. It's daytime now. Let's wake up, feel alert, and stay in sync. And when your body knows it's daytime, it's more likely to know when it's time to sleep. You don't need to be outside for long. Even sitting by a sunny window, stepping out onto your porch, or walking near plants or trees can make a difference. So, tomorrow morning, instead of reaching for your phone in the dark, open the blinds, step into the light, and give your body the rhythm it's been craving. Our third sleep hack is a game changer, and it all happens in your kitchen. We're talking about balancing your blood sugar. You might think of blood sugar in the context of energy for your day, but it plays an equally critical role in the quality of your night. Imagine your blood sugar on a roller coaster. A diet high in sugar and refined carbs sends it soaring, only for it to crash a few hours later. If this crash happens while you're asleep, your body perceives it as a threat, a mini emergency. In response, your system releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to raise your blood sugar back to a stable level. These are the very same hormones involved in your fight or flight response. They're designed to make you alert and ready for action, which is the absolute last thing you want in the middle of the night. This hormonal surge is a common reason for waking up suddenly between 2 and 4 a.m., feeling anxious or wide awake, unable to fall back asleep. By stabilizing your blood sugar, you create a calm internal environment, preventing these hormonal alarms from going off and disrupting your precious rest. So, what does a sleep-friendly meal look like? The key is balance. Think of a plate composed of 3 essential parts: lean protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Lean protein, like grilled chicken, fish, tofu, or lentils, helps you feel full and provides the building blocks for neurotransmitters like serotonin, which is a precursor to our sleep hormone, melatonin. Healthy fats, found in foods like avocado, nuts, seeds, and olive oil, are crucial. They slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, preventing that rapid spike and subsequent crash in blood sugar. They ensure a slow, steady release of energy throughout the night. And finally, complex carbohydrates. Swap out white bread, pasta, and rice for their whole grain counterparts like quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, or whole wheat bread. These foods are packed with fiber, which further aids in that slow, steady release of glucose, providing your brain and body with the consistent fuel they need to stay peacefully asleep. A perfect evening meal might be a piece of baked salmon, a side of roasted sweet potatoes, and a green salad drizzled with olive oil. It's not about deprivation, it's about smart, nourishing choices. Now let's talk about what to avoid. The most obvious culprits are sugary desserts, candy, and sodas. Consuming these before bed is like sending a direct invitation for a blood sugar spike and a middle-of-the-night awakening. But be mindful of hidden sugars, too. They lurk in pasta sauces, salad dressings, and even some yogurts. Always check the label. Heavy, greasy, or overly large meals can also be problematic. They demand a lot of energy for digestion, which can raise your body temperature and cause physical discomfort, making it difficult to drift off. And a quick word on alcohol? While a glass of wine might feel relaxing initially, it metabolizes into sugar in your body, disrupting your blood glucose and severely fragmenting your sleep later in the night, especially your deep restorative REM sleep. Timing is just as important as the food itself. Aim to finish your last substantial meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your digestive system enough time to do its job, so it's not an overdrive when the rest of your body is trying to power down for rest and repair. Eating a large meal and then immediately lying down can also lead to issues like acid reflux, which is another guaranteed sleep disruptor. But what if you feel genuinely hungry right before bed? Going to bed with a rumbling stomach can also keep you awake. The solution isn't to starve, but to choose a small, smart snack. The same principles apply: a balance of protein, fat, and complex carbs. A handful of almonds, a small apple with a spoonful of peanut butter, or a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a few berries are all excellent choices. These will satisfy your hunger without sending your blood sugar on that dreaded roller coaster. Instead of reaching for a cookie, consider a warm, comforting cup of herbal tea. Chamomile, lavender, or valerian root teas are naturally caffeine-free and have calming properties that can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down. By making these conscious choices about what and when you eat in the evening, you're not just having dinner. You're setting the stage for a night of deep, uninterrupted, and restorative sleep. You're telling your body that it's safe, nourished, and ready for rest. Have you ever meant to check just one message, but an hour later you're still scrolling? You're not alone. Screens are stimulating, not just mentally, but biologically. The blue light they emit tells your brain, stay alert, it's not bedtime yet. This blue light delays melatonin, your natural sleep hormone, making it harder to wind down, even if you feel tired. But here's the gentle shift. Try replacing screens with a calming ritual, just 30 minutes before bed. Read a few pages, write down your thoughts, listen to soft music or calming words. Even sitting in quiet stillness can signal to your body, it's time to let go. When you give your mind space to slow down, you make room for deeper rest. As the day comes to a close, it's tempting to push your thoughts away, to silence the mind by avoiding it. But your thoughts don't need to be the enemy of rest. In fact, they can become a doorway to peace. Gentle reflection, not analysis, not judgment, just noticing, acknowledging, and releasing. It might look like writing a few lines in your journal, reading a calming quote or short passage, or simply breathing in stillness, allowing the tension to soften. This quiet ritual helps your body understand the day is done. You are safe to rest now. When you create space for reflection, you let go of what's heavy and make room for what heals. As we come to the end of our time together, remember the path to restorative sleep isn't a steep mountain, but a gentle path paved with small, intentional choices. It's about rediscovering the quiet wisdom your body already holds. Remember the simple invitations we explored? Welcoming morning sun, creating a digital sunset before bed, and crafting a personal wind-down ritual. These aren't rigid rules, but loving experiments to honor your profound need for rest. Every one of these practices works in harmony with your biology. Morning light resets your circadian rhythm, the master clock for your sleep-wake cycle. Dimming the lights and putting away your phone allows your body to produce melatonin, the hormone of darkness essential for sleep. And a calming ritual actively shifts your nervous system from the fight or flight of a busy day into the rest and digest state that precedes deep healing sleep. But I know that in the rush of daily life, it can be challenging to track these new habits. That's why I created a companion for this journey, my Sleep Well Journal, available in printable and fillable formats. It's a gentle tool to help you reconnect with restful rhythms, designed not as another task, but as a sanctuary for your thoughts at the end of the day. Inside, you'll find a habit tracker, not for judgment, but for curiosity, to notice the connection between your daily actions and nightly rest. Guided evening reflection prompts help you gently close the door on the day. And for nights when your mind is racing, a dedicated brain dump page helps you pour out swirling thoughts, getting them onto paper so you can find quiet. The next morning, a brief reflection space helps you connect the dots by rating your sleep quality, creating a powerful feedback loop. This journal is about building a compassionate relationship with yourself and with your sleep. It's available as a printable and fillable PDF, so you can get it instantly and start tonight. Find it on Ko-Fi and Gumroad under Luminosol Craft. The links are in the description. Think of it as a small investment in your well-being, a gentle nightly ritual to reclaim your peace. If this gentle approach to wellness resonates with you, I warmly invite you to subscribe and become part of our community. We'll continue to explore topics like nutrition for better sleep, mindfulness to calm anxiety, and simple ways to create a peaceful home environment. Our goal is to build a library of resources that empower you to live a more balanced and rested life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Remember to be kind to yourself on this journey. You are worthy of deep, restorative rest. Sweet dreams.